Hi everybody, it's Angel Stamps, Angel Shaver from Angel Stamps, Stampin' Up Independent Demonstrator from Kansas, and this is time for our May class. Now we are still doing everything online, and so it's going to look a little different than most May classes. Generally, when I have a make class, I have set up all the cards I've made throughout the year, or at least quite a few of them, with the retiring stamp sets. And you get to choose 5 cards to make during class. Either 5 of the same, 5 different designs, whatever you want. Well, obviously we can't do that this year. So I have chosen one of my favorite stamp sets that is retiring. It's on the last chance product list, which is good as long as supplies last, or through June 2nd, which is next Tuesday. And we're going to make both the simple and the stepped up versions of this card. And then I want to give you a chance to play along, tell me what your favorite retiring stamp set is. And so everybody put in the comments what your favorite stamp set is that is retiring June 2nd. And if you do that by noon tomorrow, I will check them all out, and I will try to choose your one you voted for the most. Choose a card I have made previously from that stamp set to make a simple and stepped up version of the card. And then we have that card will be on this group on Angel Stamps Live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And then on Friday morning at 10 a.m. you will get to come watch a fancy technique, fun fold card kind of thing. That is something you would get if you were participating in the stepped up version of this class. And I think I might use some of the new product that you can order when the new catalog goes live on June 3rd, next Wednesday. So let me get you pointed down at the work surface, and I will make sure that I can see the video and see if you have any comments coming through on my computer, and then we'll get started stamping. I can almost see where I put this. Just a little further that way, I think. We'll see if that works. This is a card that I made earlier this week and used for a couple of challenges. And it uses one of my very favorite retiring stamp sets, Colorful Seasons. And this card demonstrates the summer season, but it also, the stamp set has stamps for all seasons. And you know I love snowflakes. I'm a sucker for all things. I'm going to see if I can get that turned off. Okay. and we'll be starting with the simple version of this card. We are just using very vanilla cardstock, and I have previously scored the center. So I cut it hot dog style, which is 4 1/4 by 11. I'm a sucker for all Hang on. Alright, I guess that was important. I am going to get some tomato plants at my house, which is pretty exciting. Okay, so we're folding our very vanilla thick cardstock in half to make a card that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So, we are going to sponge and make our beach scene. I'm going to start by sponging a little sun with the Daffodil Delight. Up here in the corner. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. That aside for now, and then we'll do the sky in the balmy blue. Oh, should have stamped off a little bit. It's a little darker than I had wanted, but it just will be what it will be for today. Just have a very bright part of the sky. Okay. Set this aside for now. And grab some of the Sahara sand color to make the beach. And then we are going to make the ocean using both Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana. Do the Coastal Cabana first because it's a bit lighter. See, there's a difference if you don't stamp it off. It leaves a little bit of darker for you. And then we'll be stamping off the Bermuda Bay and adding some of it as well to the ocean. Okay, close up the ink pads wondering, I might just add some white up there in the sky to give it some clouds. Use that side. Hopefully this will tone down some of that darker blue. I haven't added any of the refill to this, so I'm not even sure I'm getting any ink currently. There's a little bit. That's alright. The sky is not one solid color with no variations. So, I'm pulling out the Stamparatus because we are going to use it to put the beach chair on the card. I'm going to get this card set where I want it. And I'll add the magnet. Make sure that's still, not quite. There we go. And then I'm going to add the soft suede to the chair frame. Press down. That did great. And so remove that plate. And I'm getting ready to add the chair sling or chair fabric. So I am lining that up approximately where I think it should go. And we're going to pick it up. I've decided that I am such a fan of purple that although the chair on my sample card was cherry cobbler or reddish, my chair for this card is going to be gorgeous grape. And there it is, the sling chair. Use my chamois. And clean off my plates. Alright, and then I'm going to take my card out of there. And I am going to use, I believe, Bermuda Bay with my sentiment. And I am grabbing there are lots of great sentiments, and I had used Thinking of You with the other one, but I think for this card right here, I am going to put Just Breathe up in the sky. We'll see how that works out. I'm going to grab my stamp, and then we're going to stamp it in Bermuda Bay. Now, I should be doing this with the Stamparatus, but I'm just not. Don't ask me why. And Just Breathe. And so there you have the simple version of the card. And I'm going to add just some sponge ocean and sand on the inside. Must have used a yellow side of the sponge, so we got some yellow in the ocean. So I'll just be adding some more of the Bermuda Bay. All right. And just a tiny bit of the Sahara sand. And there you have it, the ocean on the outside, inside, and the entire sponge scene with the lounge chair on the outside. That is the simple version of this design. And now we're going to work on the stepped up version. And the first thing we're going to do is what we have just done. Create a scene with the sponging. Now, this is smaller because we are sponging on a 3-inch by 3-inch piece of very vanilla cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and sponge the inside just like I did the inside of the symbol card. And we will add some sand. Done with the sand. We're going to go ahead and add the sea. Both of what will be the card inside and the panel on the card front. I just make swirling motions when I'm sponging. Add some coastal cabana to the sea. Then we'll add the sun to both pieces. Oh, I didn't add the sun on the inside of the other card, but that's all right. You can add the sun. And finally, we're going to add some balmy blue sky. Now, what I did not remember to do before was stamp off a bit. And then we're just going to stamp, not necessarily swirl as much, to add some blue to the sky. And we're not going to add a sky on the inside of the card. So I will get some of my inks and sponges out of the way, the ones I am finished with. I am wondering what I did with my soft suede. Oh, there it is. It was hiding under my stamp set. The sponges all ready for their bath after this. And I will get my stamparatus. And we start with the other plate, which has the chair frame on it. I'm thinking this is approximately where I want it to sit. Yes, I'm going to move the magnet so that it doesn't run into it as much. And then I'm going to put the soft suede on there. And that is what I was looking for. Now I'm going to move that for a second because I also want to stamp a chair on the inside of my card. These are very strong magnets. Bring it down just a little bit. Yes, that's where I'm going to want it. So I re-ink the frame with the soft suede. And press it on the inside of the card. That works perfectly. And then I'm going to grab my sling part of my chair and see if I can match that up. I hope that'll work. Add some gorgeous grape. That is not correct at all. Not sure what happened there. Did it move? I didn't notice. I will have to rewatch the video and see. Let me get this off of this. Try it again, and we will see how it turns out. It might be salvageable, or I may have to flip the card over, make some adjustments, and just add a little bit of color, or just the chair. Okay, it did not go exactly where it was meant to go. But we might be able to drag some ink out into this part and just call it good. If you're not happy with the final product like that, you can just flip it over. And I think that's what we'll do. And this time around, we are just going to put the chair on there. And we're going to do it backwards. So there is the sling seat. And while we still have the sling seat on here, I may want to try to do the outside of our stepped up version. I'm gonna clean it off with my chamois. Check it out. I'm just gonna put it on the chair and then pick it up. Okay, we'll see how this works. it again, but closer. Now, you're going to think I'm crazy. It worked perfectly for me when I was doing the sample. Of course it did. That's the way this works. And I'll put that back on there. And we'll get ready to do the frame of the chair. Me magnetize that down. Pick that up, and there's already a little print on there, but that's okay, because if everything works like it's supposed to, this should go right back where that frame is already kind of printed. And it pretty much did. Now, I can see that there's a little fingerprint and some extra little brown spots. We are going to sponge some sand. So what I always say, there are no mistakes, just plenty of room for creativity and adaptations as needed. Handmade cards are one of a kind, which means you better not see perfections between cards. Sorry about that. You missed me stamping the sentiment and then also punching it out with the classic label punch. Now we are going to put the card together. We have a piece of Bermuda Bay cut at 4 1/4 by 11, folded in half to make a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. We are going to glue the card interior to the inside of the card. And then we are going to glue the picture we created out of the very vanilla to the piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock that is cut in a 3 1/4 inch square. So our very vanilla piece was a 3 inch square, and it is placed on a piece of Daffodil Delight 3 1/4. And we are going to add some dimensionals to pop that up. and put it toward the top of the card front. And then I am taking the sentiment label and putting a mini dimensional, or 3 or 4, on one end of it, and adding some glue. Good thing I checked, so I put it on the wrong end. Put it on the end that will probably be sticking off, and then put glue on the other end. I was hoping not to have to open that new bottle. Oh, there we go. And I actually probably got a little too much glue. Okay. So you put it right here with the dimensional right off the edge, and the other part glued to the card front. And for our final touch, we will be adding what I like to think of as pearls in the ocean. And I'm using my my pick tool and just adding some pearls. Definitely helps me to be able to get a hold of these things. And there we have it, the stepped up version of our design for today. Grab the simple, using just cards, ink, and paper, and the stepped up version with a few extra bling. Alright, well, I am going to clean all this up and go feed my dog his lunch, because that was his lunch bell that interrupted us. And I will see you back here tomorrow at 4 for a regular weekly Facebook Live, and then at 6 o'clock for the second design in the May class. And you have from now until noon tomorrow to tell me which retiring stamp set you would like to see featured on that second design. And I will see you all back here tomorrow. Bye.